Sorry, y'all. I had to get that thumbnail. I'm going to go live on YouTube for the EDM World News. Okay. Let's get this out. Let's get this rolling.
Survive.
Alright. YouTube is catching on. Not YouTube. Facebook is catching on. There we go. There we go. Alright, we're in the house. Alright, folks, welcome. This is Payton 3.0, the EDM and drum step vocalist supreme, okay? Now, for those of you, anyway, I'm sorry. So today we're talking about the fact that Quartet gets a green light from the Supreme Court to go ahead and sue his label boss Domino, okay? The drama ensues. Let's go. You had me at wolf, okay? Yes. Alright, folks, so before we get started today, let me go ahead and get into my social medias, okay?
Survive.
So here we have, of course, YouTube number 1, youtube.com/PaytonC/C/ oops, I don't know why they going slow right now. But anyway, they going real slow right now. I'm not sure why they're going that slow. Okay, I'm running into all kinds of bottlenecks right now. Anyway, let's move on from that. Alright, folks, we're about to get into it, okay? So, Quartet's case against Domino Records. I'm sorry, I thought Domino was I forgot who Domino was at first. I did. If you haven't seen the first video that I did on this, I may have it in the corner for you to watch. Still trying to all the tricks of YouTube. Okay? For those who are on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. Okay, to the second one. So subscribe to them all. Anyway. Okay. So the UK judge gave him the green light to go ahead and sue the record company. Okay? Quartet's case against Domino Records could set a strong precedent for artists in the streaming age, okay? Probably didn't expect such a domino effect, okay? See, they thought they would slip right there, domino effect, pun intended. Anyway, Patrici, deputy judge of the UK Intellectual Property Enterprise Court, has reportedly ruled that Quartet's breach of contract suit against Domino will be able to proceed. The full trial is set to take place towards the beginning of 2022. Okay. Earlier this summer, Quartet sued Domino for a breach of contract, alleging that the label had not paid out the agreed upon streaming royalty rate of 50%. Okay. The label fired back and pointed to a separate clause in their contract, which was signed in 2001. And here's the thing, let's stop right there for a moment. Granted that Quartet was probably probably just very, very young, very unexperienced as most artists are on how to handle their business. And so the labels, they love that. They prey upon that. They'll give you these contracts. You'll be so excited that you're getting signed and blah, blah, blah. But what you didn't fail to realize, unfortunately, that unless you know what you're doing, because most of the time, record labels, once again, as I said on my previous video about Quartet, that record labels, most record labels don't have the interest at heart. Right? Most record labels do think alike in the way they do business. And in my opinion, unfortunately, to me it's unethical the way these labels rip off the artists. Like, the products they sell, you should get some least amount of money, or barely any money. A lot of these artists are having a good bankroll because they don't understand the business that they got into. So they're just being used as puppets on the string, right?
Survive.
Which is the reason why I'm glad I never got signed, to be honest with you guys, as an artist, because as I've done more of my research on the music business, as I studied more and more stuff about the business and stuff, I realized I didn't want to be signed. I don't want to be signed. If I want to be signed to anybody and I don't have the, I'm not really going to do that, to be honest, but if the opportunity presents itself, I would have to get a nice lawyer to look at those contracts and then revise those contracts where it would benefit me in the long run. Because this contract, you can sign it the right away and they can have your contract for years depending on what kind of contract that you sign. And so yeah, so I just first started Quartet. It's now 2021. That was 2001, about almost 10 years ago when he signed that contract. And unfortunately, didn't feel like anybody was in his corner because here we go. Anyway, that states that they're only obligated to pay 75% of their standard 18% in respect of records sold in new technology formats other than vinyl. Okay, compact disc and analog tape sets, the royalty rate shall be 75% of the otherwise applicable rates. Comment below if you think that Quartet was done in wrong, whether you're on YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook. Okay. By the way, the song in the background is mine. It's called When I'm Alone Is the Best Time. You can get this in the unreleased songs. Link, I also have a music video. Let's see if this is working correctly right now. Yep, alright. You get that going back onto my website to get on my email list. Okay. If the stream is acting up a little bit, folks, that's alright. That's alright. Anyway, I might switch my format and stop streaming on FB Live and just upload a regular video, because I can't have this happening. Anyway, so folks, let's get back to it. This song in the background is also produced by Dead Nasty. Great producer. Great producer. Anyway, let's get back. Quartet has now taken to Twitter again to update his followers on the status of the legal proceedings. Okay? All of this music that I made is not available to stream or download anymore because Domino Records have removed it against my wishes. That's another thing. The thing is, when you don't own the intellectual property, and for those of you who don't know this is all business speak, entities, legal, all this stuff, unfortunately, that you need to know in the wild, wild jungle of things in order to be in any kind of business. Because as an artist, you're not really a employee of the label. You're labeled as a independent contractor. Think of it like Uber, Postmates, and Lyft. If any of you guys do Uber, Lyft, hello there on Facebook. How are you today? Where you from? Thanks for being here. If any of you drive for Uber, you do Lyft, you do Postmates, DoorDash, all of that, then you are, even though you work for a company, for some reason they're legally allowed to classify you as an independent contractor, which means technically that you run your own business, but really you don't, because a company, you're under a company. But see, the thing is, as an employee, as an independent contractor, they don't have there's a lot of things, they don't have to pay for payroll taxes, they don't have to supply health care for you. You're on your own, right? And a lot of people are sole proprietors and don't even know they're sole proprietors, right? Sole proprietor, for those of you who don't know, it's just basically getting started, you're starting business, go. But that's the most unprotected entity of all the entities, because you have to pay a lot more taxes with that. And also you're liable for any lawsuits and damages that come your way. Unlike being in an entity like an S Corp, an LLC, a C Corp, incorporated enterprise, whatever, there are certain protections where your name is not there, where you're basically not, like, they're not going to sue you and take all your personal belongings, unlike a sole proprietor, which leaves you wide open. LLCs and all the other entities, is under your company's name, so they can't come after your personal assets and things like your house and all the other stuff that you own. Okay? Anyway, so with that being said, unfortunately, Forte doesn't own any of his music, and he may have to record everything all over again. Okay, and that's gonna suck. Let's be honest. It's gonna suck. It's gonna suck. But just like Taylor Swift and all other people, they had to go ahead and record their own records, own masters, and whatnot. It's a headache to do that, and then the money we have to put up to do it. Some artists really don't even have the money to do that because their deal was so bad, and they never know they never learn how to manage money correctly, that they can't even do that. But the artists that can will, okay. But this music is, unfortunately, it's not online right now because the record company has punished him by taking the music away, right? Which unfortunately means he's not a boss. He doesn't own anything, right? And it's sad. It really is. Let's continue. Anyway. In November, Domino removed 3 of Forte's albums, okay, from streaming platforms. Forte was notified of the label's intentions prior to the removals and claimed they did it in order to stop the legal case from proceeding. He said in a tweet, which basically, like I said in the other video, that they did that on the account that if you go ahead with this lawsuit, you will not have any music up on the streaming platforms or whatever, so your fans can't listen to it anymore. Right? That was the blackmail, basically. So what was Forte to do in that situation? Right? Honey, I don't know if it was me, honey. I don't know, honey. You know what? I would just have to say, I would have to take the L. I'm in this situation. Somehow get make explanation to my fans and proceed this court case so I can possibly have a chance to get out of this crazy deal. Honey, these deals, there is something else. Anyway, Forte's case against Domino Records, it's significant and could set a precedent for disputes in the streaming era. Fortet has his legal team, and his legal team will now seek a reversion of rights to the masters for his 3 albums. Okay? Meaning he will regain control of them. They are currently owned by Domino, of course. Well, like I said, folks, what do you think about this whole situation? Unfortunately, like I said in the previous video, this is not uncommon, okay? It's not uncommon. This is the case for a lot of artists. A lot of artists take advantage of them. They don't know what they're doing, okay? Which is the reason why I plan to stay independent and play the long game, and be patient and keep working steadily on what I love to do now that I can really do it independently, the way you never could do it before. So comment below what your thoughts are in the comment section, and I will see you on the next one. This has been Payton 3.0, the EDM vocalist zombie supreme. This is EDM World News, and I will catch you next time. Bye-bye.